Have you ever been in a position where you're looking at something or someone and you're just in awe? You're speechless. You're just mouth open, and all that you can think is, wow, that's incredible. Whether you're driving through the mountains in Colorado or looking at the Grand Canyon or just sitting on your front porch, which is where you will find me as soon as the weather gets nice. I'll be sitting on my front porch, my back deck, or my back patio. And I like to just sit there in my own solitude and just listening to the birds communicate, watching the leaves in the trees move, watching the geese fly into the pond next door, watching the deer walk by. Just the littlest things like that. And you can have such awe and wonder and just look at that and say, that's incredible, because that's God's work. This all relates to my verse of the day that I have for you. I have Proverbs 1:7. It says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. See, when I first heard this verse a long time ago, I had a very basic knowledge of the Bible, scripture, and really my relationship with God was kind of shallow. I hate to say that, but he was deeper than I was at that point. And so when I looked at that, I thought, oh yeah, that's really good for my business. If, fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, okay? But fools despise wisdom and instruction. That means I shouldn't look away from learning, and I should learn more and get more wisdom and knowledge and instruction. I don't want to be a fool, so I'm going to learn. Keep learning, just keep soaking up the knowledge and learn. But that's not where this verse is headed. This verse is focused more on the very first part where it says the fear of the Lord. And we're not talking about fear as in afraid. We're not afraid of the Lord. But fear of the Lord is awe and deep respect and reverence and honor. And something that you look at and think about and you just go, wow, that's incredible. So do you have that? Do you have a fear of the Lord? Do you have that awe factor when you think of the Lord, your God? If you don't have that, your foundation for learning and for wisdom is going to be very shallow and very narrow. You're going to just have the basic knowledge, and maybe you'll have some personal development things that happen, because that's not a bad idea to keep learning, right? And to take this verse and say, yeah, keep learning and diving into new things and listening to new people and instructors and people that have paved the path from where I'm headed. Learn from them. That's not bad, but it's definitely a narrow path. Now, if you focus on the fear of the Lord as having that as your foundation, every single thing that you read in this Bible is going to have a different meaning. It's not going to be that shallow surface, just meaning that doesn't have anything to do with glorifying your God. That's what this is about. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. It's the foundation to learning. If you can get that feeling when you think about your God, you're going to be able to incorporate humility. It puts you in an awe, or it puts you in a position of inferiority to Him. It'll humble you. It'll incorporate gratitude. And all of those concepts, they are sponges for whatever you're wanting to learn and grow into. If you have something surface and not so deep-seated, and that root of love is not deep, then there is no sponge for all the good stuff. There is no good foundation. There's no wide foundation. Humility and gratitude, when you have that in your heart, that's the foundation. It soaks up all the good stuff, and it paves the way for you to learn on a totally different level. So I challenge you today to sit outside and just look around you in awe and wonder of what the Lord has done, and see if that brings you a little bit closer to Him and possibly opens up some avenues and opportunities for you to learn on a different level. So thank you, and God bless.